Welcome to the Char Tarot channel. I'm Char. This is Tarot. Let's have a look at the death card today. I know it's kind of extreme to jump into, but this is one of the most feared cards in tarot, and I just want to give you some information about that. I am currently working on my reversals, and I've come across a death card. I'm like, no, we need to talk about this. So the first thing that people usually think of, clients think of when we pull a death card is like, oh my God, I'm going to die. Somebody around me is going to die. And that simply is not true. There are other places where that may come into play, but in a general reading, a reading about where you are in your life right now, that is not true. The major arcanas here, the first 21 cards of the tarot deck, represent our human experience, what we experience on the inside, our feelings, the cycles that we go through, like from infancy to childhood to teenager to adult to elderly to death. Like in each of those passages, there's these mini cycles that happen. So we can see that in this death card, we're looking at a rattlesnake. Shedding the old and resurrection. And the snake is a beautiful example of shedding that old skin and allowing the new one in. A death card also comes in when we need to look at how are we grieving? How are we looking at things that have passed, right? How are we holding on to emotions from things that have passed? We can look at this death card and see so much majesty in it. It's like the old cycles that you've been experiencing and going through have died off, and now it's time to ride into victory. It's a little scary. It's just like being in a skeleton or a shell all over again. But this is a card of hope, this one here. For me, we've got the stallion there on the shield. We've got the skeleton. We've got the flag. There's a lot going on in there. And if we look at this death card, we're looking at transformation, alchemization, complete transformation from a darker state right there into a higher state of being, an alternate state of vibration, and just using that beautiful transformation like a moth. Here is the death card in the Waite Smith creation deck. And you can see so many different stages coming on. The child, the infant, the elderly, and going through that cycle. The rose is representative of life. It is representative of life. And going through that personal transformation, having that aha moment where, we've been talking about it a lot lately with this huge moon energy that's going on. That's just not who we are anymore. So all the technicals aside, it is a number 13. Let's get more technical. It is a number 13, and as we know, numbers break down to single digits. So 3 plus 1 equals 4. And with this death card, we do find safety and relief from problems. 4s are safety and relief from problems. It's that made a decision and feeling that turning point in there right now. So as we look at the similarities in all these death cards, we've got the number, we've got sort of what it represents. We've got a lot of animals that are present in there, a lot of colors. A thing to note too is that when we are dealing with the death card, it is the shedding. Everything has cycles. Everything works within those natural cycles. When we look at nature, right, do the flowers bloom all the time? No, the flowers need to die off to plant their seeds so they can grow again. Right? This cycle begins again. The seed is planted. It bursts through that painful moment coming out of its shell. It becomes a seedling, a plant. It bears its flower. It bears its fruit. It has its die-off, and then it repeats its cycle. We as humans also have those cycles. So when we're looking at death in readings, if you're reading for somebody else, look at the cards around it. What cycle are they experiencing a completion of right now, a death of? And to see what the adjacent cards are, to see if there's any clues using your intuition, using your observation, where this death cycle may be occurring. Because we're like the face of a watch. We have big cycles going on at the same time we have little cycles going on. Now, to be honest with you, the honest, brutal truth, death is a rite of passage where we're dealing with some pretty extreme pain. The loss of a love, the death of a loved one, the personal loss of everything that we once believed in, and our perspective has changed in such a drastic way. It is a rite of passage, you know. And again, keeping in mind, while it feels like our heart may be breaking and we are going to die, we're not actually going to die. All right? So to make this make more sense with the death card coming into a reading, let's look in the major arcana at what the for card is and the after card is. All right, my friends, so I hope this clears up the big fear around the death card. It really is nothing to fear. It's kind of something to be excited about. Change is on the way, and it's deep personal change within yourself. The change that you've been longing for. You know, that I am going to love myself even better this time. All right, my friends, that is it for me today. This is the death card breakdown. Let me know what card you would like to see next. Personal readings are open. Links are in the description down below. If you want more tips and tricks on tarot, I do have a free tarot keywords cheat sheet for you. Again, links are down below, and I am working on my reversals cheat sheet for you. All right, my friends, happy taroting, and please don't be afraid of the cards. Blessings, blessings. Make sure you like this and share it with a tarot reader you know. Everyone. All right. Love you. Bye.